From Omro down to Mayville, from Rosendale to the Ledge, and everywhere in between, it's time to get you caught up on everything happening in the Flyway Conference. This is the Flyway Focus Sport Report, your home for the best whip-around coverage of your favorite local teams. Now, with all the latest, here's Jordan King.
Good Wednesday morning to you. Hope you stayed safe last night with the severe weather that came through. Everything of consequence on the schedule got played yesterday. In golf, Springs maybe didn't have their best, but it was still plenty good enough to get them through to the sectional rounds with a second-place finish in the Valdez Regional. Ben Baker led the way for the Ledgers with a 79. Meanwhile, the Wisconsin Dells Regional was shortened to a 9-hole event because of the weather. Laconia and Omro finished 8th and 10th respectively, so their seasons come to a close, except for junior Spartan Jack Hoynacki. He shot a 39 on the front. That's good enough to make him an individual qualifier for sectionals. In softball, 3 teams had their seasons come to an end, but still 5 Flyway teams alive in the playoffs. We'll start in Lomira. That's where we were yesterday and where the Lions jumped all over Winnebago Lutheran, trying to be more aggressive against WLA's Maddie Anhalt after struggling against Anhalt the first 2 times around this season.
Different from last game, we attacked a lot more, and me personally, I knew the best pitch was going to be the first pitch, so I just went and did what I do, and I feel like everyone else did the same things.
That was Savannah Free. The sophomore went 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. She also had a homer out to left field in the 3rd inning. Pitcher Nora Buskey threw a complete game, 2-hit shutout, and struck out 14 batters in the 8-0 win. Buskey on the win.
Yeah, it's like once we get a couple of runs on the board, it's kind of like a relaxer. It's okay if they get a hit or whatever. I know my defense has my back no matter what, but it's just calming to know we're fluid on offense and defense.
So Lomira gets the win and moves on into the regional final, and they'll play Laconia. The Spartans beat Cedar Grove, Belgium 14-0, spurred on by a 12-run second inning, during which 16 batters came to the plate for Laconia. A lot of big hits in that inning, but none were louder than Gwen Westfall's 3-run shot to left. Westfall finished with 4 RBIs. Kendall Plime added 3 runs batted in. In the top part of that same regional, top-seeded Mayville made easy work of Omro, 14-0 the final there. Hannah Wolf with the day to remember. She pitched a 4-inning no-hitter in the circle, and at the plate she was 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, including a homer. Izzy McFadden, Allie Schwartz, and Addie Youngbeck each had 2 RBIs. Mayville will await the result from today's game between North Fondy and Wautoma. Find out who the Cards will host on Thursday. Springs got a 10-0 6th-inning win against Reedsville yesterday. That was in Division 4 action. Big day for Nevaeh Galligan. She accounted for 6 of the Ledger runs, went 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Claire Knowles got it going in the first with a bases-clearing double. She finished with those 3 RBIs, also scored twice. Springs moves on to play top-seeded Algoma, who's 22-3 out of the Packerland Conference. In Division 2, Campbellsport saw its season come to a close on a 7-game skid, finishing with a 4-2 loss at Winneconne. Just 4 Cougars able to record hits in that one. Conference play in soccer yesterday. Springs capped off an undefeated, dominant conference season with a comfortable 4-0 win against Lourdes. That left the door open for Mayville to get into second place in the conference, but the Cards failed to score and lost 1-0 to North Fondy. Audrina Welsh scored for the Orioles. Mayville's last conference match comes up Thursday against Hustisford-Dodgeland. If they're able to win that, they'll take second in the league. Hustisford-Dodgeland, speaking of them, they beat Campbellsport 3-0. WLA knocked off Wayland 8-0. Leah Tyson with another hat trick for the Vikings. Finishing up from yesterday, Laconia closed out the regular season with a 6-1 win against Wautoma. Keaton Grotti drove in a couple of runs in the win. And then coming up today, they'll finally play some softball from the Oriole Athletic Complex. Been waiting for this one since Monday. North Fondy hosts Wautoma. Winner moves on to the regional final, as we mentioned before, to play Mayville. North Fondy baseball has had their regional moved up. According to our school, the Orioles will play at Xavier High School with a 2 p.m. first pitch this afternoon. And finally in golf, Lomira and Mayville will compete at the Delavan-Darien Regional at Majestic Oaks Golf Course. Top 4 teams and the next 4 individuals all move on to sectionals. That's this Wednesday in sports. For the Flyway Focus Sports Report, I'm Jordan King.